90s UK girl bands had some of the most iconic looks of the decade. From full denim to urban cool to polished gospel glam. Let's break down some of the fashions that defined an era.
Hi, I'm Leah Charles King, TV presenter, mental health advocate, and once upon a time, part of the 90s girl group called Kleshay. Welcome to Girl Band Gold, in collaboration with Music Rediscovered, where we rewind the golden era of pop, nostalgia, and girl power.
Welcome to Girl Band Gold in collaboration with Music Rediscovered. My name's Leah Charles King. I'm a TV presenter and original member of the 90s UK girl group Kleshay. Today we're doing a proper 90s girl band lookbook. The styles, the fits and the vibes that made the 90s what they were. Okay, so let's go in no particular order. Let's kick off number one with Bewitched. Bewitched had a denim dynasty. They were the queens of denim, let's be real. It's like everyone's thinking, why did we think of that? And we're not just talking double denim, we're talking full-blown denim everything. Bewitched were an Irish girl group formed in 1997. There were four of them. There were the twins, Adele and Kiwi, I think, and you also had Lindsay and Sinead. They were really good at Irish dancing, that much I remember. They brought in their culture, I love that part. There was no such thing as denim overload for Bewitched. We're talking hats, jackets, jeans, denim blue from head to toe. It was playful, it was youthful, it was completely over the top, and you always knew what you were going to get with them. Then, of course, at number two, I've got to throw in the Spice Girls. I mean, talk about archetype fashion, darlings. 5 women, 5 characters, 5 wardrobes. And anyone could pick whichever spice they liked. So you had Posh Spice, Vicky Beckham, Victoria Beckham to you, Scary Spice Mel B, Baby Spice Emma Bunton, Sporty Spice Mel C, and Ginger Spice Jerry Halliwell. And everybody had a favourite. Whether you liked the Spice Girls or didn't like the Spice Girls, you still had a favourite. Admit it. Now this wasn't just styling. This was branding at its finest. And every other girl or boy band of the time wished that they had just thought of this idea first. Trust me. Talk about success. Their looks were loud, chaotic, completely unforgettable, and it worked. Everyone could relate to the Spice Girls in some way, shape or form. You could pretty much dress up as your favourite Spice Girl easily from clothes you already owned in your wardrobe or maybe even your mum's wardrobe. Unless we're talking Jerry's iconic Union Jack dress, of course. We've got to talk about All Saints, the anti-pop, anti-Spice Girl cool gang. 4 girls, I think, formed in West London around 1993. All Saints included Shaznay Lewis, Melanie Blatt, and you had the Appleton sisters, Nicole and Natalie. Now their looks were cool and casual. We're thinking cargo trousers, crop tops, minimal makeup, black and white tones, very London, very urban chic, very cool. And that kind of vibe, like, yeah, we're not doing the most. This was the look that so many girls copied because it was real, it was relaxed, and it was accessible, totally easy to pull off. And if you compared the Spice Girls to All Saints, they were like night and day. Spice Girls were loud and camp and girl power at its finest, whereas All Saints were low-key, they were understated, yet totally fierce. Both girl groups went on to be a huge success, and in the 90s age, everyone wanted to dress like them in one way or another. If you're enjoying this video so far, please give it a like, a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends, comment, whatever it is. But the more you interact, the more people get to see it. So thank you so much. I hope you're loving these memories as much as I am. At number 4, I've got to include Eternal. The group originally consisted of 4 members. You had sisters Esther and Vernie Bennett. Then you had Kelly Bryan and Louise Nerding, later known as Louise Redknapp. Now, when they first dropped in 93 as well, I think it was, their look was pretty casual. It gave kind of Saturday stage school vibes. They had baggy jeans, checkered shirts, granddad hats, bandanas, that type of look. But then when Louise left in around 1995, the three remaining girls, they switched up their look, honey. The New Eternal went back to their gospel roots and they went for that proper church girl tailoring. Think gospel glam, coordinated suits, tailored, polished, classy, grown. Their weaves were immaculate, makeup always clean, and their outfits were always put together. Their look had that real gospel R&B influence, like they just stepped off a church stage and made it fashion. Very elegant and very quintessentially 90s Black British. And by no means least, well, of course, at number 5, I've got to include Kleshay, my own girl band in the 90s. 3 cousins, myself, Leah, Alani and Candy, and we formed back in 1992. Our styling was edgy, urban, R&B with a rock influence. Not many people knew that because we hadn't really released any of our rock songs yet, but we had a massive, massive rock influence to our music. Think leather, metallic, statement hair, very bold new rock boots, if you remember those, and a little bit of theatre because we all had a bit of a stage school background. Alani especially would have a different colour of hair pretty much every single week. And when it got too much, she'd just shave it off and start all over again. That was pretty rock and roll. Kleshay were inspired by the American girl groups of the time, and we wanted that street cred style. We wanted to look like a mix of TLC with the street, but the sophistication of En Vogue. Now, we certainly weren't trying to be pop. We wanted attitude and edge and sass and personality. And although we ended before we really got a chance to show you all what we were about, we had some amazing and very creative looks on the horizon, and we really wanted to show them to you as well. Maybe some of them were a little too wild, to be honest. So that was my top 5. Now it's over to you. Which 90s UK girl group had the best style? Was there anyone that I missed from the list that you would have had on there? Drop your pics in the comments because I'm here for the nostalgia. Cool. These pins in my hair absolutely killing me. Oh my God. Is c'est la vie. You fight like my dad. Yeah, don't put that in. That was terrible. That was terrible. Talk about success. Their looks were loud. They were... You say that again.